Hi, I'm Rachel,
I'm Julia.
where we live in faith every day.
This is Life.
Welcome to Life.
Hey guys!
You know how, I don't know about you, but you know how I live like in the middle of nowhere?
Yes, in the middle of nowhere, where there are dead trees in the winter and a lot of green in the summer.
Do you remember what you did the first time, what you saw the first time?
Dead trees.
No. At night, at my house.
Nothing.
No, remember when you were leaving the house? You saw something very interesting?
Oh, cows?
I
Okay, so let me tell you. Okay, I'm getting really hyped up now. I think my caffeine's kicking in. But anyways, I was leaving her house and it was like super like dark, I guess. It wasn't late, it was just dark, right? Because especially in the countryside, she lives in the countryside. They like literally the countryside, and in Georgia, the countryside, there's no lights. There's no
There's nothing.
light posts or nothing. It's just darkness, and you have to rely on the sky. Like if it's raining, then well, good luck. Anyways, but I walked out and I saw like a shadow. It's really hard to see, but I saw a shadow, and I was like, "What is that?" And it's like another human being, but it's like wide, right? I'm like, that can't not be another human being. So I was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh, I think something's in front of your house." And she was like, "Peekaboo." She's like, "Peekaboo." She's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Let me turn on the lights." And she turned on the lights, right? And there's like 4 cows in front of her yard, and I'm like, how am I gonna leave my? Like, how
She
am I
was so
gonna leave?
excited. She was just like videoing and
Like, I was
everything.
like, wait, where's my phone? But you couldn't see it because it was so dark
Mhm.
for my camera.
Yeah.
But I was excited, but at the same time, the first when I found out there were cows in front of her house, I was like,
Your shit froze.
there are cows in front of your house. You could milk the cows in front of your house. And that's all I could think of. I'm like, milk the cows.
It was so funny because like she was freaking out and I was just like, oh yeah, that happens. Like it was.
Yeah, and then it started, and then I love how the cows, they think you can't see them, so they're like, and then
They just
and then
freeze.
I'm just like trying to like make them see me, and they're like as if they don't see me. I'm like, what the heck? But as I was like getting in my car, it started moving.
Away, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like,
Do you remember the second time you came to my house? When you left? Remember I almost ran into you? Because you stopped and you looked up in the sky.
oh yes. Okay, so I guess animals is one of the big things I really like about the countryside. You see wild animals everywhere. Cows are wild animals, right? Anyways, another thing I really liked about her house is at night you walk out, and for me, I like this a lot. You know, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
But I looked up and it was pouring stars. It was pouring stars, and I was like, wow. Like, that's what you're talking about, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, my face was literally like, wow.
She literally stopped in the middle of going down the stairs.
And I'm like,
Yeah, but I didn't know that, right? So I kind of had my head tilted backwards because I was looking, I don't know what I was looking at, but I was looking at something. And like I turned around and I almost ran into you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I almost ran into, I was like, what are you doing? And she's just like, what do you mean? The stars. And I was just like, uh-huh.
You're like, that's normal, honey.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was being so emotional because I really love I love nature and like especially stars, and you don't get to see that a lot in the urban area, or like in the area that I live
Urban
in.
and rural,
Yeah, because it's like very there's a lot of lights, right? Light pollution, so you can't see a lot of stars. You know, it's very rare, but it's like pouring down stars. You can see the moon shining, but you can see so many little dots, just like in Korea, I'm saying pouring out because in Korean they describe it like that, right? 쏟아 나온 것처럼,
Yeah.
right?
Like it's
and I'm just
pouring out,
like,
yeah. Because there's so many. Yeah.
it's like sparkly and like it's so much prettier than a diamond ring, guys. Like it's so pretty. It's like, oh, like it's so pretty. Yes, what about it?
Okay, so you know, recently a friend of mine came, right, to Georgia.
Yes.
And so the very last night that she was here, we decided to go into stargaze.
Oh,
So,
oh, I'm so hurt. I'm sorry, did I push them? I'm so hurt. What? Stargazing without. They went hiking without me to see the waterfall. They went stargazing without. This is unfair. I even fed you guys. Just kidding.
we did a lot that day too.
Yeah, we did.
Anyways, so like she lives out in the city, and so she can't see that much. And so I was like, let's just go stargazing, right? And so I brought out like towels, and like we laid down, and like we like legit stargazed, right? Here's the issue: in Georgia, the moon is super close, like super duper close, right? And then it happened to be almost full moon. And so it was super bright. Like here, I don't know if wherever you guys are, but even during the daytime, you can see the moon.
Right.
It's like so white. It's white and it's huge, and you can see the moon, right? And so at night, because the moon was so bright, you could barely see all the stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's so bright. The moon is so bright.
And so big.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang.
And so like, we didn't get to see the starlight sky like the way I wanted to see it, because I know what it looks like. You know what it looks like, but because of the moon, it was really hard to see. And then it just kind of like dawned on me a little bit. It's like, okay, they're out in the universe, right? In the Milky Way, right? The only way you can see those stars is if you have darkness. Right? But then sometimes we have something so bright right in front of us that we can't see the glory that's out there further. And I feel
I think so much more, like, what is it? I don't know how to explain it. Not meaning, but like so much more beauty, I guess.
yeah,
I guess like that huge thing is like a distraction from the
the bigger,
beauty
yeah,
or more
other beauties
yeah,
that are out there.
Yeah.
And so I feel like sometimes when it comes to how Satan distracts us, or like, those things, I feel like that's the bright light right in front of us to distract us from seeing further things.
That's actually, you use the moon as the example, right?
Yeah.
I guess another example you could put it in is like, how you live in the countryside, but I live here in urban.
Yeah, it's
light
like
pollution does the same thing.
Yeah.
You can always see the moon because it's so bright, right?
Mhm.
But the stars you cannot see
At all.
Not all of them. Maybe a few.
Yeah.
The brightest ones maybe, but not all of them because of the light pollution, the other things going on.
Yeah.
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 That's cool. Sorry, it's just like kind of.
Yeah, and so it just kind of reminded me of like our spiritual walk. Sometimes we feel like we're in the darkness, like we're in the middle of like going through hardships, and we're like in this dark tunnel, and we're just like, yes, there is light at the end of the tunnel, but maybe because we're in the darkness, we can see something like shining and bright further ahead.
The one thing that's always there, no matter what.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like heaven, like heavenly things. I feel like if things are too bright and too amazing and too glorious right here on earth, we wouldn't seek for something that's further out there that could be even better than what this world can provide. That like kind of dawned on me.
That's so true. Yeah.
I don't know, it was just interesting because I was like, man, the moon is just so bright. It's like so annoying, And so I would try all kinds of things. I would try to cover it. I try to find.
You can't do that.
I try to find like the darkest spot in my backyard,
You're so weird.
But the backyard, right? We have the lamppost, and so we have the light there, and so we couldn't like stay in the backyard because we have the lamppost, and then in the front yard we have the moon. So I was just like,
What are you supposed to do?
yeah, exactly. And I was just like trying to find like, maybe we should go there. We should go there. Trying to find the darkest spot, right? But then it's funny because like in life, we don't look for the darkest spots.
We look more for light.
The brighter spots,
Yeah. Or I want that, like that.
Yeah.
That specific.
Yeah.
But that's so true. I mean, I think it makes you appreciate more of what's actually, you appreciate the darkness a little bit more, and it's rewarding because you get to see something even better, something more beautiful, than what we expect.
And the thing is, the only way you can see it is when you're in pure darkness.
It's that kind of sounds scary.
It does.
And I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. First of all, it really is. When darkness hits you, and we're not immune to it. We're not used to it. Especially let's say it's your first time being in darkness, right? Pure darkness.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of those things. Well, here's the thing too. Here's the interesting thing is that when you're going stargazing, right? When you first go out there to stargazing, you lay down and you look up at the sky, you can't see a whole lot.
Right. I think it's because your eyes are adjusting to you.
Exactly. So the more you gaze out there, further and further, the more you can see the stars, right? And so it's kind of like the same thing spiritually. Even though you're in the darkness, right? The more you gaze upwards and the more you look upwards into the sky, you can start seeing things, little things here and there, but then you add all those little things here and there all together and you have this amazing, beautiful picture. You know what I mean?
So, yeah.
And then for me, I love stargazing for a specific reason, which is when I look up in the sky, right? I'm just like, wow, God created all of those suns, because that's what stars are, right? All of those suns, and every single one of them have a planetarium like our sun, right? And that is just our Milky Way. There's billions and billions of stars in our Milky Way, right? And those galaxies, there's billions and billions and trillions of those galaxies.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with that? It's humongous, right?
There's
it's
so
infinite,
much.
right? And yet God cares about each and every single one of us here on this one little planet Earth. So,
through this amazing analogy and hearing our little stories, I hope you guys kind of experience through all this how great God is.
Yeah.
How great God is and how good He is to us. To just, compared to Him, we're very small.
For
We're
us.
We're nothing
Yeah.
to Him. We're a lot to Him, but I'm saying compared to Him, we're nothing.
Yeah.
Yet He does so much for us. He came down on this earth, this tiny, tiny little planet that He,
out of the infinite.
Yeah, and also creating those for us.
Yeah.
It's
God created the heavens and the earth. Okay, sorry.
Amen. God is good. Always. And always, God is good.
Anyways.
So, we hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button.
And hit the bell for notifications of videos like this. Until next time. Bye guys.